final battle, because I've done everything. Like, let's leave whatever loose ends remain. In the Civil War, what is? There was a Blackwall question. Name of our enemy. What's Tom Rainer's fate? Here we go. So, if you previously known as Blackwall, released from the Val Royeaux prison, in which he awaits justice. Keep in mind, Inquisitor, that he is wanted in Orlais for a massacre which claims the lives of a lord, a general, and an ally of Celine, and all of Callier's family. I leave this in your hands. So here's our option. Tom Rainer to be transferred to Inquisition custody. He's paying a sum, but after Hallamshire, they owe us a favour. 2 problems, 1 solution. There was a traitor to our cause, a man similar in build and appearance to Rainer. We bind and gag him and have him take Rainer's place. He is condemned instead, and the world believes Rainer has paid the price. We can storm the prison with a small force, take Rainer into our custody. Val Royeaux's prison guards will oppose us. We should be prepared for casualties. So that sounds like a bad plan. That is okay. You know, Tom wouldn't like that, because you're basically switching him out. So we switch him out, or we have him transferred to us. Let's do it the legit way. Let's get people to hate us. Ugh. The dispensation came. Few questions asked. What passed in Hallamshire is fresh in their minds. Rainer awaits your judgment. I don't even know what the hell happened in Hallamshire. I can't remember that for crap. So I guess we're making a judgment now, so I think I need to go back to the throne. I was going to just switch them out, but if I end up with Rainer and people find out that the Inquisition basically did the old switcheroo, it just makes matters worse, really. And I want to be a good person at the end of the day. I think this Inquisition deserves good leadership. With kindness. I mean, we've got almighty power. Why do we need to keep doing bad things? Time to pass judgments. I think we're going to just say he needs to do his duties.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
Easy. Force him back to be Blackwall.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
This will be forgotten.
Once the world is back to normal, no one will even remember this.
I'll remember.
Oh, good for you, Blackwall.
I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
Tone. Keep him in servitude. I own you. Your life continues. The wardens will hide once this is over. You're free if you atone.
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were, or the warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for.
It's like I've read.
If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, Would an arrow from the...
Well, see, my thoughts were, I can have a man work for me as I can force him into servitude, but those forced often turn against you or resent you. Forgiveness is the greatest of all powers over man and woman. By giving someone the chance to gain forgiveness and atonement, they become a greater person and they respect you more. Had I turned around and said to him, I've got you out of prison, it's going to be the wardens who decide. That's a bit pointless because it's not really there. They didn't do anything to get him. I'm just dumping the problem on them. It's sort of like I haven't made up my mind, they can deal with it. And the other option was to just kill him. What would be the point of that? You know, I've taken him in. I'm not going to throw away a warden that spent most of the game training. What do I call you now?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Noble sentiment.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Thoughts on the wardens?
Is there anything you actually know about the wardens, or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior wardens know all there is to know.
Well, you've seen me in the previous games.
Why did Blackwall want to recruit you?
He never told me. I don't know what he saw that day besides some wreck starting a bar fight. That night, I taught some village militia a painful lesson about harassing the tavern girl. Didn't know I had an audience.
Noble act?
I can see why the warden was impressed.
You're assuming my intentions were noble.
Probably doing it to get laid.
Told the girl to keep the wine coming. She couldn't, not with those louts bothering her. Something had to be done.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any true warden. There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall would have agreed.
The wardens at Adamant listened to you. They saw you as one of their own.
Perhaps it takes an outsider to show how much of yourself you've lost. I never understood the reality of being a warden. I only saw the ideal. I suppose I reminded them of something they'd forgotten.
Would he have agreed? I fully fancy.
You have a lot of respect for the wardens.
They take all men, from the most noble to the most despicable, and make them equals.
They
I
are.
needed to believe something like that was possible.
Very similar to
Continue this
the
another
black.
time.
Taking the black in Game of Thrones. Probably the exact same sort of order game. Which came first, Dragon's Age or Game of Thrones? Probably Game of Thrones. So, bound to be some crossover all over the place. Anyway. Oh, I should level up. How do I do that? This button. This button? There we go. What were my abilities? This is me. What was I strengthening? Ice magic I got maxed. I was trying to get this up. Rift magic. That's maxed. That was maxed. Yeah, still the rift magic then. No, that's not rift magic, that's healing magic. Rift magic. Oh, okay. Done. Do you want to apply your pending ability purchases before? Yes. Where are those? Yes. Okay. Do I have any? What? I'm confused, to be honest. I guess not. Never mind. I have a lot of power though. What does power do? I don't know. I have a lot of it. Right, let's go back to the main table. We've decided Blackwall's fate. and he's going to stick around. I think there was a new quest that's popped up that says the consequences of Blackwall, so we'll have to see what that is. Another day, another game. What's true is, if we don't deal with Blackwall's issues now, we will end up unable to do them when the game ends. I think it's going to be an Orlais, his consequences, they're going to be somewhere. What's this? Support Cassandra. I guess I picked Cassandra. How do I... The hell is this other mission I just got? What are these busy ones? These things I can only do with certain people. So, once I complete the game, what happens? Can I do other things? What's this? An interesting development. We received a visit from a cloaked woman who was revealed to be Lady Colombe, trusted attendant. This subterfuge is necessary, of course, to protect Celine's reputation. The Empress' mind cannot be seen to be easily swayed by something inconsequential as friendship. Good friends are few and far between these days. I'm glad to see the Empress come to her senses and inform Michael immediately. Very heartwarming, but Celine could have found Michael before now if she had a mind to reconcile. No, she is playing at something more, and we will not be drawn into her game. Test her resolve. If she wants reconciliation, let her make it public. She's not getting involved. So screw it, we'll just...
To work?
Yeah, whatever. You're in. Get it done. What was this other side mission we got, though? Dear my, there was no time for us to dance in the Winter Palace, but perhaps I might claim a dance with you now. You may not be familiar with Alandre. Foods at every great movement. Blah. Surely you would not leave the poor boy without a... To be in, the couple form two lines in the hillocks and on the western edge of the event, the hopeful young Comet Dupont stands lining up his little toy soldiers for a quick and quiet invasion. Surely he would not leave the poor boy without a dance partner. So she's saying I could take over land. So many little side... You know what? Screw all this. Let's just go do the main thing. Let's go. Let's finish this game. Fuck it. We've played too long anyway. Let's end this now and forever. Varric, Cassandra, and Solas. Let's go. In terms of Cassandra, I never gave her the support she needed to be on Divine, because I don't really give much of a damn at this point in the game. We have left this game for so long that I have lost all links to my purpose. I built a really powerful team. I put hundreds of hours into this game. Went and saw every bloody damn thing I could. And now I'm not even that much interested. 2 years does that to you. Eesh. 2 years, wow. Let's finish this game this year, though. Whoa. The Chevaliers on their way. Whoever the hell these people are on their way. Ferelden's? Could have the Quinaris if I just like put over armies through. The spies. The Rangers. Alright. Where's the Templars taking the torched? Is that his army coming down? Ferelden's? Templars? Women's position? Everyone? Taking the moves on to Templars.
Inquisitor,
How goes the battle, Captain?
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Take care, Captain.
So all you have to do is fend off Corypheus's worst zealots until I've returned.
We shall not flinch, your worship, not a one of us. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
Correct, Morrigan. No one mistakes me for the Maker.
True. You are far more likely to come to their aid than a chantry fable. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Her
Which
mother.
is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the alluvion he covets lies within.
Well, we better head that way.
Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Yep, where the hell are we? Something Ardor Wilds? Yeah, whatever, let's just go there. Hell all this. Where do we actually go? Shame I can't put Morrigan in my team. Should have been alright. Guess we're not going that way. Ardor's Blessings. I think they're training. Yeah, they're all training. Which way is the way out though? Where we just go that way then? Alright. Let's go underneath the trees. It's so pretty, this place. Kinda makes you wish you weren't fighting everything. It's like, I guess I'll be passing the scouts. What's
Listen
over
to
here?
how close the fighting's gotten. It will be worse ahead.
If the soldiers aren't careful with their fires, they'll do Corypheus's work for him.
One last push and we can lick our wounds. I wonder if Corypheus will show.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
Yeah, no one's happy about that. What's this? Storm East. Oh, Lord. Where are we going? Silverite. Why am I collecting all this crap? Where do I need to go? do we go forward in this game? Right, we went down here, around here, go under the arch, leads nowhere. Go up a rock, leads nowhere. Jump around the edges, they lead nowhere. Still going round, leads nowhere. Oh, leads to our death. Alright, not going that way then. What kind of game is... Oh my god. Know what you're saying, go towards the light or whatever.
So must the faithful know their love of the Maker. Your penance shall be a joy, serving him with a heart of love unbound. Your struggle shall be a gift, for it redeems you in his sight.
Finish the verse.
Maker, let me be a worthy servant, and you might take me unto your side.
My thanks, your worship. Andraste must hear you. I was a pilgrim at Haven. I saw the wreckage and how you emerged to lead us. If the Maker bids me serve you, it will be done.
I don't like what I'm doing to these people.
We can't send people east.
I've got brownie points for basically pretending to be God again. Oh, hello, this might be where we need to go. Yep. Yep. Still looking alright. Items! Anyway, let's just keep going this way. Why are the elves not helping us? They all just get wrecked again. That would help out. So what is down this god-forsaken hole? And I sense enemies, and my radar senses enemies. They don't look that strong though. They resist. Let's keep going. I'm just going to leave my guys to, you know, I don't want to leave them because basically getting wrecked. I'd rather we just walk along, stay in the path ourselves. Hey? I think they're saying stuff again. About how amazing we are. Whoop, there we go. Discovered a waterfall. Gonna have to deal with these guys as usual. What's going on down there? No one likes wrestling. How do I use them? Oh, there's no chance there. So, where do we need to go? Probably that way. What if this waterfall is like a cave, so you just go straight under it? Sometimes you don't. This is no time to make it. Oh, there's something here. It's rocks! Because we all love rocks. Right, I guess we're going up this thing. Don't know how great my army is. It's sort of look like they've, you know, lagged out now. Maybe we should just run and forget all this stuff. Just leave it all. Get it. Let's just go no further ahead. Screw all this. If they want to fight, they can fight. Not our problem. Whoa! Do not want to go that way. So how do we go the way we want to go? Maybe it's there. Maybe we did need to head up that bridge. That's what was wrong. Does this lead anywhere? Oh, it doesn't lead anywhere.
Those were Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
If they are forced to obey him, death will be a blessing.
I think we're still going in the right direction now. Yep, right direction. No, die. Oh, there's quite a lot of them knocking about. Someone's getting wrecked.
The monsters are running, your worship.
I don't know about that. I might say they're gathering. This looks like it leads somewhere promising. Oh, that's stone rock. Well, at least I think this is somewhere promising. It seems to be leading away from the battle. Maybe it's away and then it goes back. Or I'm completely going out. Yeah, might be. Right. Seems we've gone the wrong way. Is it weird it goes higher? The hell? An old elf thing, isn't it? Valhalla? This is that same area. Oh. Alright, we'll go back the way we sort of came. That was a bad move. What we just falling onto. Go back where we were. I don't think we'll need that many potions for the battle to come. I think we're a bit overpowered at this point already. Let's go this way. Oh, it's new. Whoa! Was that a save? A hidden save?
There,
I think we're about to face
an entire
something.
camp of Red Templars.
Watch out. They've posted archers on the wall.
Let's clear these guys. Damn these bitches. Alright, so he took care of most of that.
Where did they come from?
The hell is this? What's going on over here? They just powering each other up again. Why is one fighting the other?
Were we just attacked by elves? It seems this temple of Methal is not deserted after all.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
For some reason I'm still collecting red lyrium, like it's no one's business. So the ancient elves are attacking the red Tevinters. Weird. But both will attack me anyway, so might as well kill both factions. I do like the amount of level of texture design that went into these games. Even if I'm pretty certain a lot of it's just recycled. Is that Dragon Age? There you go, there's our forward scouts unit. They've gone up to us. Or we've gone up to them. Almost there, guys. This game will be over. Oh, that's a big bad boy there. Okay, they're all dealt with.
We'll mop up any remaining Red Templars. Trust they must. We'll avenge every good knight.
Yep. Anyway, let's keep going. Corvus is clearly a long way away from us now. Oh man, leave me alone. Right, I want to go in the direction of Corvus. I don't know how you fight these guys. 745. Let me finish the game. Right, there's villains over that side and it's trying to avoid them. Trying to finish the game. What's over this bit? Oh, these I see the doorway to where we want to go. That's a Winter. Oh, where is it now? Oh, hello, Cullen. Just leave Cullen to his business. Into the great unknown. Yeah, in a while, yeah.
There. That must be the Temple of
In a
Mithal.
while.
We haven't seen Corypheus yet. Bet that's about to change.
But count on it. Be ready.
I hear fighting ahead.
And so we are. Look at that.
Namilana Sabanale.
The wretch mocks you, master.
Oh.
Us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
I don't even know.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Whoa. Did he just use blood magic? Did he get killed? Or did he just take over the elf? They made it across. She's happy. I can't remember even how that girl is. Maybe there's a weird elf still around. Yeah, I think that was a grey warden.
It cannot be!
Across the bridge! Now!
Corpheus being reborn again. And he's dragging to him. What? We have not got the team ready for slaying dragons. I did not bring the Iron Bull with me. Man, the Iron Bull loves killing dragons. I think it's so in Quinari's blood. Apparently they're part dragon, so when they take on dragons, I don't know, they like it. Weird people they are. Weird people, these Quinaris.
At last, Mathal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an Eluvian, but he mentioned a Well of Sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Which is right?
Could they be the same? Could Eluvian translate into Well of Sorrows?
No.
No. It seems an Eluvian is not the prize Corypheus seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you?
No.
Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do.
See, I've got a bloke in the back
Corypheus
there
returned
who's
to
an
life.
ancient elf who
We
might
saw him
actually know.
die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So that's how the bastard survived, Hawk.
We'll find a way to stop Corypheus once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able
To kill them.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
Atishor vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate.
I got a bloke in the back
mentions
who was doing a lot
well
of translation.
is a good omen.
Start.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Perform a ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
That's easy.
Well done. Let us see what awaits.
I think that was it. Probably open the door somewhere. Onwards and upwards. Oh wait, what's that?
I see the Venatori have already encountered the temple's guardians.
You know what? These elves are starting to scare me.
The mages trespassed on their sacred ground.
So are we. Just saying.
I've got the truth. What's in here? Treasure. Let's take all we can steal. I mean, acquire by legitimately good means, of course. I've done nothing that's wrong.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
What? I've stepped. Maybe it tells a story.
Some chantries display statues of Andraste's betrayer Mafarath as part of the chant.
It might fulfill a similar function. A reminder of vigilance for the faithful.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Pray tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
We can send for historians once peace is brought to this forest.
The inhabitants of this temple may not appreciate guests.
Oh, she wants to talk.
Yes?
Are you certain Corypheus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight. I have seen a true archdemon rage. How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
Do it from Dumont.
Will answering that question let us destroy Corypheus for good?
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
The room we stand in is a vestibule, not the temple proper. To those who knew it, perhaps this ritual was little more than a polite knock at the gate. These customs must have been as familiar to ancient elves as bowing to a queen is to you or I.
You bow?
I find it difficult to picture you curtsying to anyone.
Have we become so familiar you can predict my manners and customs now? Nothing is lost by indulging in the occasional civilized conduct, particularly when unexpected.
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Alathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, the implications are astounding.
Oh, special.
If they keep records, it could change everything we thought we knew about history.
It is thrilling, no? To discover an era thought lost forever has possibly thrived in the shadows. We may, however, find these elves reluctant to part with their long-kept secrets.
Like so many.
You said this Mythal was worshipped as a goddess.
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die. Perhaps Mythal was a powerful elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storyteller with facts.
You admit lack of knowledge, and yet dismiss her so readily?
I do not dismiss her. I question her supposed divinity. One need not be a god to have value. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mythal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
What accounts?
There are varied accounts of Mythal.
In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Let fly your voice to Mythal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mythal and she would smite your enemies, leaving them in agony.
Sounds like her.
More Dalish tales, I assume.
You know more?
You know more about this, Solus. Speak.
The oldest accounts say Mythal was both of these, and neither. She was the mother, protective and fierce. That is all I will say. This is not a place to stir up old stories.
Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mythal end the same. Exiled to the beyond with her brethren.
What do you mean, exiled?
Tricked by the Dread Wolf, as all the elven gods were said to be, trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can say?
Let's continue.
As you wish.
Conversations. Love conversations. In rooms, there's none in that direction. So I guess we'll keep going through the door. Alright, I'm going to pause there. And then we're going to continue with this quest.